Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. Alright.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Well, I opened the game earlier, so y'all know, in order to combine my artifacts and weapons and whatnot, as I usually do. Oops. And thought, hey, maybe I can do some cooking this time to get that out of the way, so I don't have to do it during the stream. And realized that it's not quite as easy to do with mouse and keyboard, which it's much easier to it's much easier to combine everything with mouse and keyboard, but I really need the actual controller to do some cooking perfectly. So, yeah, let's go from the top down, see how many of these I can get. But yes, it means I have one of these that isn't perfect. Oh, and I could really only make two? That's disappointing. That is a defense dish. But we're in 3 stars now, so let's look at healing stuff first. Universal Peace. This is a new thing I got recently. I forgot who I bought it from. One of the shops here. I was looking to restock things first, and there's recipes for me. Very cool. So let's get some Universal Peace. Bonus. Another bonus. Very good. Healing stuff always comes first. Also, blackback perch stew is new. That's a good one. Oh, these have the same the same effect. It's good actually. I can make 3 of these, it seems. So let's make 3. Probably get this one proficient. And with this, when I started this game, I really kind of underestimated how useful food would be. So I didn't do much cooking at the beginning. But like, as it turns out, some characters are actually healers, so having one of those in my party would be great. I just can't really do that with who I have, or who's actually strong. I could make one of those. Alright. Alright, some stir-fried fish noodles. I can make one of these. Anything else I can make for proficiency? No. Well then, let's make some more things for actual healing. 8 of those, I have none of these. Alright, I got a bunch of cheese so I can make these. I can make 3. And I get 4! Wait, hold on. To revive, so yeah, this one first. Make 2 of these. And I get 2. Alright. That's all the 3-star stuff I can make, apparently. actually make one of these. I haven't had one of these in a while. But, it's not really worth it, to be honest. Oh, wait. Oh, this. Crystal shrimp. Oh, yeah. Shinku can make a special one. Should I do that or chance of more? Yeah, let's go with the special. Oh, let's go with the special one. Wait, what am I? What was I out of for that? Hold on. Ah, rice. That makes more sense. Okay, that should be good. Now, let's go back to that boss battle we just lost. And, geez. Oh, so I have to ascend to the Jade Chamber to do that? Okay. Alright. I can't believe we lost it last time. That was unexpected. I didn't see the damage coming that did it. Oh, come on. Register when I hit a button, damn it. Like you did just there. That's all I was asking for. Oh, come on. Oh wait, I forgot something. Gotta get these. Actually, was there anything else I was missing? No? Okay, cool. Cool.
According to coaching,
Wait a second.
Yes. How much?
It's not convenient to...
Ah, well said. Please, use this...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one...
How far did it push us back? How... Okay, good. We're right into the battle.
Paimon's exhausted.
Hold on a second here. Someone actually retweeted that. Interesting.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Leia,
Of the Vortex?
has it?
Ah, I titled the stream wrong.
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Leela? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Paimon really does say too much sometimes, but the fact that I'm coming in on this at the beginning of the stream will be easy for anyone who hasn't been watching from last stream.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
It's like all the, it's like an anime recap. the beginning of the episode.
The Chi Sing did once research
why
the
I'm not
matter
skipping
of the
ahead too
Guizhong
quick.
ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yeah, I lost last time because you have to defend these things, and one of them apparently fell. This is so freaking cool. Hey look, I can fly too! I just don't need wings. Reptile no Gatlinga!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Oh man, it'd be nice if you actually helped out here. Like, are you actually out here somewhere? I don't remember.
The
So-
three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Yeah.
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
My work. Cool it.
Oh shit, some other guys are already here. Ah, damn it! I shouldn't have dodged that. I knew it was gonna go behind him. Oh right. No, that's a good thing because it's raining, so his fire shield just goes away on its own and he gets stunned. Freaking hilarious. It's the other one, isn't it? Okay. I'm okay with the timer ticking down, but the
That
enemy's
is
up.
of Sile's
Fuck.
divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh, fucking what? Alright, that hit everything. Oh, not the ballista, actually. Just me.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Stay right there. Send this quickly! Dodge this!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't hold
Why didn't I get that guy? Damn it!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Oh, you went after the other one. Fucking hell.
Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars!
There we go.
Wow!
Wait,
it's Madame
there's still a guy over here. Hold on.
He's really strong!
Dodge this! Killjoy! We've only just begun. Cool it!
One of them is already down to 72.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against...
Hello!
Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War. So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power.
Movement speed
and run
increase.
as I do.
We're going to die.
We're barely going faster! Where are the enemies? Oh, also, right, stamina stopped decreasing. Where are the enemies? Unleash! Nice!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit.
All three powers at
Perhaps
once!
you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Let me amuse you. Look at me.
Ha! Got them all! And got the burst on it.
Freeze!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Oh, shit.
Send this quickly!
Shit.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Yeah, I used a lot of Diluc last time, but the fact that it's raining means I can just freeze everyone. So I really should just be using, fucking Kaya here. It's going a lot simpler.
The Patui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Boom! Yeah, 15 seconds. Alright, we got this. Oh, nice. Look, an airborne beheading is always good.
Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Alright, sure. Why did you just do that from the beginning? Who cares if they were trying to, if they're interlopers? That would have vaporized them.
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
Incoming! Beam struggle! Or, wait, no, that's going up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Where were you guys? I was alone out here. Oh no. Oh, it's cracking. Oh man. Sup? I mean, we can fly, but alright. Well, glide. We can glide. Thank you.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
Wait, but we're on it!
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend.
Oh, wow.
Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Why does it always just show me with this like, dull blade? The 1-star weapon. It should show me with the weapon that I'm using! Oh, fuck. That's how. Fucking kamikaze attack? And we're riding the Adepti to safety. No wonder you can only go to the Jade Chamber. No wonder the stuff in the Jade Chamber is missable. We literally destroyed it. But I wonder why it said the people to talk to are missable too.
Is it
Maybe just whatever you get from
finally
them.
over?
Is it?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade.
Forgot about his
The
voice.
effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
I thought it was the Tempest.
We are
damn it.
indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we
I
came.
feel like I know that
Come
voice actor.
now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace.
Yeah, that's
that
exactly
lies
the line
before
that she
you
gave
now.
us.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing.
And she
Seeing
just
the Jade
sacrificed
Chamber
it.
destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago.
Of course not.
Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there is discord between the Guardians and those they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore. Why do they not have the actual voice actor for this character saying these lines? I don't know.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat
Who are
that big
you?
monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
Why are you
Danger's
here?
near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately,
Alright.
we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
We are
It must be hard being an Adeptus. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Since we are
Your line
birds.
of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They've listened to what the people have said.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You can say that again.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
Derailed.
Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
I still think Zhongli is Rex Lapis. Alright. Also, we were just talking about that out in the open. Lady Ningguang was still there, but isn't anymore. Like... Well, that was cool! That's how easy it should have been the first time. I still don't understand how I lost that time. Okay. Let's see. So right now it's just look for Zhongli. Alright. I know where the funeral parlor is. Just wondering if there's anything I've forgotten to do in the meantime. Still curious what's in that tea house. Since apparently it's not tea. Oh, before I start a new cutscene, I normally sign off around 9, a little before then, if I can. My brother is supposed to be arriving sometime between 9 and 10. If I happen to go overtime, there's a chance he may show up before I sign off. I'm hoping they won't intersect, but it's just a warning, just in case. What's up, fairy lady?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshan Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Oh no.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Okay. Thank you. Hold on. I want to talk to you first. I don't remember how many of these I have. I have 253. Good. That should be enough for one of these. I always save up for the expensive stuff first and then go for the rest. Probably won't need them very much. And Claymore, I could go and do that now, but no, I'm gonna do this. I think. Real roundabout to get there. I really like vertical cities. I really like the idea of them like this. But I will not deny the fact that they are mazes at times. Amazing, but mazes.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Signora.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey,
We just walked. Okay.
child, and you're also one of the harbingers?
Signora!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
You froze us!
Right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
No, it
So
went pretty
it might
well.
be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the harbingers are here.
That's fair.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
In game time, it was like an hour
I
ago.
knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
Yeah, you kind of went berserk and tried to kill us, and we learned that you have 3 different elemental visions. Which is, odd, to say the least. Since, like, everyone else in this game has 1. Or those who even have them. And we can only use one of the powers at a time. I don't know why they allow us to use more than one in cutscenes, but I really do wish we could just switch on the fly. That would be so much more helpful.
The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Signora and John Lee.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child.
Oops.
There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax?
Knew it!
Now,
I knew
if you'd be
it!
so
I
kind.
fucking knew it!
The Gnosis, please.
Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Yep, his Gnosis. It's a rook or a
sanctimonious.
king, I'm not sure. I mean, I did have my suspicions. I'm not gonna act surprised. I told you I fucking called it!
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait, that's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Also, would you mind detailing this
Gathering
contract?
all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Please do.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
He doubted
But as I
himself.
began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So, were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler.
Thank
These
you.
things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
No.
You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
I once again have to say, please give your voice actors pronunciation directions. It's Liyue. Most of the characters say that correctly. Some of them say Liu or something else that doesn't sound right compared to everyone else pronouncing it correctly. It's very strange. You really embarrassed yourself this time? No, it's like, we were both equally fooled.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
I mean,
Well then,
Yeah.
with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty,
Zappolyarny.
the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Wow.
Do as you wish.
Look, come, child. Jesus. Oh, man.
Now then,
She is hot, but
is there
definitely
anything
evil.
else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
You know, back when you were
No idea
Zhongli.
what could be a good trade for a Gnosis?
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
No, just tell us. What the fuck? We want to know what you did. Like, what did you get out of this? You did not answer the question.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once.
It's not entirely
So,
difficult.
Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was
Oh,
not to
God
divulge
damn it.
any of its contents.
Fucking
You're
NDAs.
so petty.
Petty, no, it's a non-disclosure agreement. That's a thing. I don't think there's anything else in here. I got the chest that was up here. Can I? You have anything else to say?
Paimon can't.
Nope, it's the same
so
thing.
Zhongli-
One of the...
Well, after the dust settles, a date is fixed for the rite of parting. I think is what
the
that's.
rite of parting.
That went so
Although the
fucking
star of the show
quickly.
is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it. It would be a real shame not to go there now.
There are the lights. Everyone else in the streets will slowly load in, I assume. Yeah, wow, like... Why is this young child swimming around in the, Why are there three of you here? Suspicious! He's swimming in the pond. People aren't supposed to go in there. Yes, but lotus heads are tasty, apparently. Let's, collect some flowers, shall we? Honestly, I don't know what they're used for yet, but I've needed similar things in the past.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Fascinating. So they're blaming child. Actually, let me the flower up here first.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened
Uncle
right
Sam.
on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say,
Uncle
do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Indeed.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Yes.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Over there? Alright. Let me, Come on. Nope. Alright. Oh, there we go. Got him. Collect the rest of the flowers and then talk to him. Oh, jeez. Didn't realize I was right next to the water there.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words.
Oh, it's Feng Yang.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Not gonna give us a sound effect for that spear?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi Sing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chi Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhang Li said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
He also said they caught him by surprise.
Did Zhang Li tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
That's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Okay. Thought it was gonna start when we showed up, but I guess it's already going on. Yo, what's up? Ningguang?
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
He's still here. Just not an Archon
Now
anymore.
that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Hi.
She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liu at Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
For what? What did we do? Hi! Everyone's staring at us now. Are you gonna actually speak for once?
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh! Oh! Final farewell. You did! You finally spoke! And it's to say, hey, can you help me find my sister? Talk to people taking part in the rite. I guess there's probably only 3 people here for us to talk to, maybe. Inger!
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
I like her.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liu, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Is there anyone else here, or is it just these 3?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Oh, that counted. I can still talk to the others, though, which is good. I want to talk to everyone.
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless?
The latter, I think.
If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
I mean, that's fair.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Well, our god is dead. Maybe I can sell souvenirs! Oh, that is certainly something, huh? Ah, yes, the most appropriate place for him. I totally almost just walked in the water.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the 2 of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some 3rd-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying
Literally
through,
just make money.
Though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
I had to practice being poor.
There. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Oh!
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
I agree.
In the city of commerce,
Fatui
we
money.
do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that
Inazuma.
continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Nope. It was when they wrote this. It isn't anymore. It's released. Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Yep,
That
of
is
course
the
it's
case.
Raiden.
And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Inazuma Shogunate.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
He was
Just
Rex
how
Lapis.
did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
It's because it's Japan. It's because Japan used to be a closed nation for so long. Anything I've seen that is based on feudal Japan, ancient Japan, has made them, in one way or another, a closed nation. Like One Piece. The current arc we're in is in their Japan... What's the word? There is a word for this, but I'll go with substitute. Their Japan substitute is I have too much of this game on my mind and not much of what I'm trying to say here. Wano, the land of Wano, is their Japan substitute. I guess I'll keep using that. And it's their goal is once they release it from the horrible shogun, it will be open to the world again. It's always a closed nation. So they did that with Inazuma as well, I guess. Because I knew when I started seeing stuff about Inazuma, it was going to be Japan. And now that I've seen the map, it's not on the map in-game yet. You'll see that when I get there. I've just seen it on Map Genie. It's a series of islands. It's a lot smaller than even Mondstadt. And Liyue is a lot bigger than Mondstadt. So the new area we've got is actually not that big. There's a lot over there, but hopefully I'll be able to get what I need to get done for the event quest to get is it Bido? I get a character from this event quest. I'll show you after the cutscene's done. But it has like 16 days left. I'm sure I'll be able to get there in that amount of time.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Oh, no.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven.
That's the first time they've used the word heaven in this game. They mentioned Celestia, the land of the gods, but heaven.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh, much like with Liyue, we get one last chance for all these questions. It's about the trial.
That was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
This game is really, like, the lip movements, or the mouth movements, do mostly match the words, but then they stop before the line is over. I don't understand. What about Child?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations, but it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god.
That is true.
I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
As they deserve.
Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Alright. As for the Liyue Qixing,
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been...
Keqing?
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Now about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Tibet? Since Morax is dead, are they all just going to disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
Really?
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming
Oh,
to
shut
an
up,
end.
Paimon.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a
Is it,
financial
though?
standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea.
But no.
It's a shame.
You idiot.
What's a shame?
You
It's a
idiot.
shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
Right?
All right then.
Dude.
Was there anything else you wished to know?
Dude. You have the power to make money. Decide you're going to give up that power and then forget to make a shit ton of money for yourself before you give it up? Well, they certainly wrote his character well. There's nothing else.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Okay. Chapter 1, Act 3 complete. A new star approaches. Ah. A teapot to call home. That's very important. We're about to get a bunch of world quests that only appear after this was done. So, first of all, I get the last one here. Excellent. Barrier lasts longer and the meteor lasts longer. That's... Honestly, I don't really care, but... Alright. That's all of those activated. Some more voiceover lines. About the God of Contracts. Sure.
To think that the Geo-Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo-Archon. I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Paimon doesn't care who you are. Making a deal with the Tsaritsa is super dangerous.
Be that as it may. Since Morax is the god who understands the basis of contracts the best, he's definitely given this some thought.
Well, that's true. Morax himself called it the contract to end all contracts.
I trust that we will witness the truth and its denouement play out.
Denouement. Alright. Can't believe I actually filled this one out, and yet I haven't filled out the anima one. Fascinating. Really wish this was the sword that showed up in the cutscenes. Alright, let's see if you have anything else here.
Was there anything else you wish to know?
Nope,
Well,
that's
then.
all the same stuff. Okay. Teapot to call home. Quest. Talk to Madame Ping. And we also have... Why is that like... Bowkeeper Daneself? Catherine and Mondstadt. Definitely doing this first, though. Oh man, there's a bunch of world quests I can gather literally right outside here. Or actually, no, they're down there. I'll talk to Madam Ping first, because this is important. This is an important part of this game that we're only now getting to. And then there's a bunch of world quests down there and elsewhere. Why are you having us go across that? That's weird.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Is that the same voice? I think that's the same voice. Sounds a bit weird, though.
What is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did that. You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
I won't either!
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
I guess.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will.
We make domains!
Too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Ah, yes. The ability to create these tiny little worlds of our own is nothing compared to creating the actual world. Yes, now I see where you're coming from with that. Kind of a comparison thing. But it's still pretty goddamn impressive!
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
What are the missing materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
So it seems.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or
which we can't
so
go
it
to.
used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. extended contact with it is in fact harmful to humans.
It's radioactive.
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
It's one of the keychains.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors.
Oh.
This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't?
Hello.
Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Hello.
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
A shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Yeah, fair.
If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous...
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Hana was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess, kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned
half
that he
Adeptus.
once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for.
So I guess that explains the
Smaragdus
horns?
Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Oh, is this gonna
Is that so?
be our reason to go into the chasm?
But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Found him. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
Hey, I like this ore. It kinda glows. Can I make hairpins out of it? I mean, I guess, but it might give the people wearing them brain cancer. It's kind of radioactive. We'll come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely doing this before anything else because it's going to get us an entire new section of the game. I don't actually know any real details on it, but the Serenity Pot has come up in a few things so far. So I'm real curious of what it actually is. Yeah, I'm gonna continue this before I start any other world quests. You okay there, Kun? Nothing in your way? Alright then.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named
Rented
Xiao.
hairpins?
If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No ambiguities there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll
I'm
be off
surprised
now.
that's the thing he can tell us. Okay, there's stuff out here. Let me talk to these guys. Get the quests on my docket. What's the matter? I've got it. I'm not going to track any of these yet, I'm just going to get them. I might take a look at where they actually go to, though. What's the matter? Puppy! Gotcha. What should I feed it? Oh geez. Do I actually have any? Feed the dog serving a fowl. Do I have any fowl? Wait, that's wrong to find it. I do. I have 2 fowl. Will that be enough? Because that's apparently at the gate, so that's like right here. Oh yeah, that's Catherine Mondstadt. Yeah, that is right in front of us. Let's do that first. Go feed the puppy! Hey, pup! Hey, pup. I have to go over here, though. Puppy! I wish I could pet the puppy. Oh, we just gotta go report back. Here's the why can't we pet the cats and dogs? Should have eaten its fill. And she's gone. Okay. Complete.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets. All from my...
Do you actually have anything for me to buy here? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Nope. Oh. Nope, not what I wanted. Oh, there's some more world quests up there. I knew there'd be more. What was the other one? Necessary procedures. I want to see where that is first. Zoom in. There we go. It's up right in the center there. Okay. If that's that, then... Where do you go? Closer. So we'll do that. That's actually... Yeah. It may not look far, but we went up with that. Oh, even further up, it seems. Hey, what's up? Ah!
Whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you I've already forgotten the pronunciation.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Mr. Chow? We
Chow.
understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
She lost them.
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Retrace your steps, we'll find them.
I have a sudden strong sense of deja vu.
Maybe because this is the part where we say, we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hello, we're part of the
Hold on.
guild.
Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
It's lawyer time! Let's find loopholes.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
That'd be a little unfair to Crossel.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract.
That was quick.
The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossel the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juqiao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the Jadeite is genuine or not?
Oh, that line. Did you really have to pause before saying that part? That is, that can be done really well. Like it was here. That was done well. Or you can have games like this where they have pauses between each voiced line where there really shouldn't be pauses, and it's done badly. This was done well. Ish.
Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then
but we can try and find it, though.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
It's gonna turn out to either be fake and she gets a lot of money from it, or we're gonna end up finding them. Alright, there are a few other world quests, right? 3 of them, jeez. Okay, that's way up. 3 of them around here, and there's someone I need to talk to for the other one before I go back down. Not the damn notice. She's literally right in front of me. What's the matter? Oh, of course, because he just passed. Uncle Tian and Gentry Dean. I'll do it. Oh, I got one of them in my archive. So I didn't have it before. That's cool. Usually auto climbs. Something the matter? Wait, the earthquakes. Don't make us fight that thing again. Sure. There was someone I was supposed to talk to here for that other quest. But let me get this one first. Alrighty. We've spoken before, haven't we? Are you okay? Yep, you were the one in the cage. Brings you here. No, I don't. All right, sure. You gotta go and fight for that one, apparently. Well, that goes down there. First, let's see. Set procedures. Ah. He's actually looking at this. Business permits, okay. Okay. Deliver the books. Over there. Okay, we're not going over there yet for the main bit. Nope, it's up there this time. Okay, I was afraid they were going to send us back to this guy. That's all the way up there. And this is outside the city over... way up there. Okay. So yes. Inner city stuff first. That's Crossel, which will be right next to Ivanovich. So. Doesn't seem to be the end of it, though. Copied it down. Nervous on. GIE. Zhao. Sure, sure. Service on. GI? Wait, why is he not appearing on the map? Is it because it's nighttime and he's a daytime guard? Well, if that's the case... Hey, Crossel.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
Give me a moment, folks. Impromptu bathroom break. Sorry about that, folks. Did not expect that.
About that.
Relates to the loss of the hairpins.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last Mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again... It was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times
There's
the
the fucking guard in the background!
Alright, understood? I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you.
Yep.
It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Guess what? He sold you fakes, so you get money! Oh, all the way up there, alright. Wait, if that's the case... Yeah, the two people I need to talk to for that other quest are around there too. So, let's actually set that. What? Oh, that's why. Because he was involved in something else. The Secret of Yantaman. Great, okay. I have to do this one first. Didn't expect that. This, however... Okay, they're actually past where I need to, so I'll go for the farther one first and make my way back. Hey, Adepti, could you give me that power again where I don't spend my, stamina? That'd be great. It'd be real good. No? Alright. Oh, there's another one over there too, huh? No, don't! Just... Good enough. Need to talk to you anyway. Oh, we can do, oh, right, because they're weekly. Star approaches. Very good. And Shang Chang's little friend. No level up yet. Yo, what's up, Uncle Tian? Here's the order. Here, I need to go up there. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay. And, yep, Lon has another. Let's talk to you first. I knew I'd seen you before. Here's the order. I wonder it took so long. And then we have to go and report. But I will talk to Lon first. That's wrong. To go find a lost cat in the wild. Oh, Stonehide Law, Charles. Leave it to me. I'll do that another time. The Adventurers Guild Affairs. Oh, let me finish this one first, and then I will... Where? Okay, they're not too far. Alright, it's a bookstore. You can practically glide to the next quest from there. Yeah, it's a bit of a roundabout way to get there, but I made it work. Yes, I have. Nice. Quest complete. Can probably set the one I'm about to go for, right? Thought I'd have to sit down.
Miss Yennefer, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
No? Really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
You are dressed too fancy to not be a playable character. You definitely are an adventurer.
I don't know if Brian told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case, and in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch.
Personality?
Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I have deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Not yet.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yennefer.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one Mora for every time I heard the word contract.
It feels like Yante is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yennefer.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
A handprint? Jeez.
Contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
All right, that should do it.
Out of
My
brain
fees are the
juice.
same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea
and then I can get my own magnificent mansion.
I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore?
There's quite a few
I've
of
got
them.
it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Yep, we've spoken
If
to him
Mr.
before.
Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
And he's right there.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh! It's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter?
You got nervous quick.
Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus Jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later.
Those look more than
Right
shavings.
over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Didn't make me move to it. It's literally right here, but okay. Could have just done it all in cutscene.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh? If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever. Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental side a shot. So, did you find anything?
Just did it automatically. Alright. Not a trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jinchao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Shito tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Maybe he was affected by the jadeite, and thought of selling off the nephrite. That was the outer layers.
Might I be so bold as to...
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir, Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite.
1 chunk.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and the stone
That's a further question.
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes.
That's
Please
quite
sign
an
here on this
angle.
affidavit. This document shall serve as signed
like
proof that these
a
stone
bit up,
shavings
a
originated
bit
from
up.
the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
We don't need to focus on the stone.
I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
Where'd
Jewelry.
Where'd that book even come from?
Nope. Aha! Got it! Singsi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How can you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You
Memorized?
You sound surprised.
Got it memorized?
Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how Adepti become so adept at everything? Oof.
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
I need to figure out how to adjust my actual... I need to, like, crop my webcam screen. Not entirely sure how to do that. It needs to be, like, within OBS or something like that. There wasn't anything else in the city, I think, so... This is our next step. Oh, jewelry store.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus jadeite?
That's what you just said.
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records.
See for yourself. The item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the Ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinxi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure. It isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Can't believe we're doing a goddamn legal investigation. It just seems so odd. But yeah, we've pretty much already come to the conclusion that he either sold these saying it was Smaragdus Jadeite when it wasn't, or he actually has some, made it with the fake stuff, and well, either way, it's gonna be fake. Did I go the right way? I think I went the wrong way. It's over there. Yo, Snack Scarf. What's up?
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse.
Change in personality is
anyway,
a weird thing.
I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
Smart man!
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
Yes, but we shouldn't tell you.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Yes, because this man...
You guys, as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Yes, us Adepti want to give you a gift. Your own little magnificent mansion. You know, the one that fits inside its own little pocket space. But guess what? You have to go through an entire legal investigation beforehand. So you can get the materials for us to make it.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course.
About to wreck his whole day.
According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her?
That was
surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you can't frame me like this! I spent a huge sum to obtain that smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Here it is!
Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
First, the Jade Mystery.
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between smaragdus jadeite and smaragdus nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next? Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Next, Mingxing Jewelry.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second. You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors?
Finally,
this shall serve
Boo Boo
as
Pharmacy.
decisive proof of our case.
And finally, Boo Boo Pharmacy.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed.
However,
don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, Your answer, please. My client and I are waiting. Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
You gotta enjoy a good legal beatdown once in a while. Like, holy crap. Again, that's legal consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Jiqiao with such an extortionate rental price?
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I fail to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
Oh.
10 times?
No sob story for you.
He could faint any second.
As
for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But Alright then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
That's one way for this to end, I guess.
That's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins. The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you before.
An Adeptus? Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reason involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Tenterhooks? What? Alright. I think... Oh, it doesn't look like this is the final step, but we do... I do need to sign off soon. But I want to at least come close to finishing this. I want to see if I can actually get the thing from Madam Ping. Whether or not we actually go in there yet is a totally different matter. I'll probably do that next time, but I want to try and finish this quest at least. Though if there's something that has to do with a real-time thing, I'll probably do that first. Like I said, I have not looked into how this Serenity Pot works. Oh wait, you're over here. Where am I going?
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Yanfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you?
She's definitely got to be a playable
all right,
character.
Then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come
Good
now,
to
child.
know.
Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot.
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny.
All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Madam Ping begins to construct the gift. And it floats!
There we go. This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well.
Don't break your bag of holding.
If you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain
Another new
everything
character.
you need to know about it.
Someone we'll probably be rather familiar with. Serenity Pot unlocked. Quest quest objective is in your Serenity Pot. Open air workshop. Lantern. Fruit stand.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
It's a gadget, hmm? Oh. Okay, so that's why I still have this. We have one from each of the completed quests. Wait, hold on. What was that? Oh. Ah, the permits. Right. Serenity Pot. Enter. Oh, wait, I said enter. Select a realm layout. Oh. Okay. Do I only get to choose one of these? Let's preview. Floating abode. An island cluster suspended in midair. A typical feature of many Adepti realms. A boundless world featuring nothing besides a cluster of islands. Emerald Peak. A cloud-piercing mountain peak. Well, that's how it looks, at least. But being inside a teapot and all, the highest mountain probably reaches no higher than the stalk of a tea leaf. Cool Isle. An island cluster surrounded by water. One wonders how many cups of tea can be brewed in this vast ocean. Okay! Oh, these are wonderful options. Oh. Floating islands, mountaintops, or actual islands. Oh, man. This is the only preview we get? Do I get to change this at all? So I love the idea of floating islands. I really do. But in this particular sense, I kind of wonder what happens if you fall off. I probably won't, but it's always an option. That's probably still an issue here if we fall below the peaks. There may not be a ground. This one, you don't really have that issue because there's water. No, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be floating abode. Confirm. Maybe I get to change it later. Who knows? Let's see what we got inside.
Wow.
Double loading screen.
This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get chiseling, Paimon. You could carve us a whole house out of this rock.
Paimon can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it. Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house?
Because we get to build it.
What is that?
Return from co-op to single-player mode during a special challenge. Oh, okay. Why is it in co-op mode? That's weird. Hey, we got ourselves a map. Oh, check the map list. Oh. Interesting. So it becomes a map we can... Teapot Traveling Salesman is here, and Trust Rank reward. Well, we'll get to check both of them. This first.
Wow, it seems that we have a visitor. It's a huge finch! Excuse me, I am not a finch.
You talk very slowly.
I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again?
You don't know your own name? Do I get to name you?
Call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
You certainly look the part.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned? Madame Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
So what's a teapot spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now,
Tubby the Bird
allow
Butler!
me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints?
Yep.
Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Oh, we're about to do something?
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
Hold on a second, sending a message. Forgot I hadn't sent that already. How very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Look for Tubby in the Serenity Pot. After using and summoning the pot, travelers can interact with it and enter the abode within. Travelers can also use and summon the pot while they are within its confines. Interacting with the pot in this state will allow travelers to leave it. You can also directly open the map interface and fast travel to any of the teleport waypoints to immediately leave. That's what I thought. Talk to the spirit to learn about and manage all manner of teapot-related affairs. You can create all kinds of items from the creation screen. Materials used to create items can be gathered all over the world. After obtaining a furnishing, use the place function, put it in position. Place furnishings to increase the adeptal energy rank of your Serenity Pot. As your adeptal energy rank increases, realm currency will accumulate at a faster rate. Spend it to purchase various items. Once in a while, Teapot traveling salesman will visit. There is a chance he will bring some rare treasures with him. If If you acquire the blueprint for a furnishing set, you can place furnishing by batch. You can still make adjustments to individual furnishings when batch placing them. Okay. Ah! Oops. I was moving. Let's see. First of all, I'm getting a notification. No, let's do this first. Hello, terms of service. Creation of content that discriminates. Oh, right, because I guess it's technically co-op mode and... Alright. Good to know. Whoa, okay. Alright, we got courtyard and building. Oh, let's see. I see. Main building. Yeah, I don't need to move that about. Alright. Can rotate it if I need to. Let's see what it is. Let's... Oh no, that's not very square, is it? I guess... I kind of want to put it nearby. Am I allowed to go to the other... Whoa. Whoa. Let's put you over here, then. Save changes. Okay. Forge. Wait, oh, so that mean... Yeah, I can do this. Huh. And I actually am going to make this. Yeah. What else do I got here? Because I need to enhance the one Diluc is using. And get some stuff back from it. Okay. So that's a thing now. Gonna do this real quick. Refine. Ding. Yeah, now 300% instead of 240. That's a good increase. Okay. So it's directing me here. I think that's, yeah. I also have you. Oh! Okay, so... Alright. Check the placement screen and save your furnishing placement. Obtain 30 pieces of wood from cutting down trees. Obtain 3 types of wood through cutting down trees. Oh, there's gonna be a lot more in there, huh? Can actually go inside. Enter mansion. Oh, I should really sign off soon. Yeah, and I could probably place furnishings inside here too. And doors just open when we go near. This is fucking huge! Literally get to Sims up this place, huh? Alright. At the upper floor, and there's... Yep, another map for the lower floor. Of course it's all gonna be empty. First of all, what was it showing me here? Right. Have to use them here. Enter mansion. Wine o'clock. Alright. And 3 furniture blueprints. Setting up wine o'clock. A table and chair set. Alright. Drug. Okay. It's showing me something here. Oh, achievement. Defeat the Overlord of the Vortex. Take part in the rite of parting. Complete a new star approaches. And use the Serenity Pot. Wait, it's still saying oh wait, that's quests. Idle teapot talk. Talk to Tubby. Alright. What's up? Huh. What should I do next? Huh, it's almost like marking, isn't it? To put it so weirdly. Quest complete. Realm Dispatch. Okay. Does it actually go all the way up there? That doesn't seem right. But also, there's you here. Which, oh, actually, first, alright, there was nothing new there. Chubby! Tubby and
The one
Chubby!
before you is known as Jade Seeker. One travels far and wide, seeking naught but to witness all of the treasures this world has to offer.
What do you sell here?
Ah, encounters with fine treasures cannot be forced. This is something that only fate may decide.
Oop, I do not have enough for any of these. I can get pets! And boulders! But also, yeah, I have none of this yet. Okay, so that's that. I already forget how to go into the edit screen, but first of all, what I want to check... This! Where does this go? Because look at the map. It goes to there, but no farther. Go here, and then if I go up this way, is it just going to tell me to turn back? Much like in the... Yep. No, don't you fucking dare! It makes you automatically walk away, but I didn't expect that direction. That hurt, damn it. That literally took some of my health, and I wanted to fucking glide. Rude. Okay. So we can build in the mansion, we can build stuff out here, and it automatically puts us in co-op mode whenever we're here. That's also interesting to know. Let's talk to you again. Let's see if you have anything else.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized enough rooms and furniture through subspace creation, it will feel just like home.
Okay, that is a lot. Oh, I can switch realm style here. Okay, that's good to know. Trust rank. 108. Rank bonus. Multi-arch Mondstadt building. Huh. Okay, so it's another rank up thing like this. Create furnishing, Realm Depot. Realm Depot. Let's see what all these are, huh? I need that paper to make these, I guess. Let's, how do I... There we go. Fabric. Actually, yeah, what are those potions? Dye. Alright. Which I can make here. Oh, it uses silk flowers, which I've been collecting. It's probably the only thing that does, but let's go for 30 at the moment. For 300 fabric. Sure. Red dye. From those. Okay. Once again, let's go for 30. These I have a lot of too. Let's also go for 30. I don't really know how much of these are needed for the other stuff. Mint, huh. Okay. But those are all really common things to get, so makes sense. Profitable fruit stand. And a bloody floaty stream of the sky, something I got from a from one of the events. So yes, let's make you and you. Oh, creation queue full. Oh, at trust rank 2, I see. Takes 13 hours! Okay, or 14 hours. Alright, what is Realm Depot? Realm Treasures. Oh, I don't think I can use... Okay, furnishings I can get. Deptal speed. Immediately complete a furnishing when used. And then I can buy some other things. Some trees. Some rocks. Oh, this is so much. A lot of trees and rocks. Can buy some blueprints too. Subspace waypoint, hold on. I'll get those eventually, I don't need it yet. Seeds. For actual stuff I can get, huh? Or I can... It's not bad. I should look at the other guy's stuff first. Because if I can get like a dog or a cat... I think I'd go for the cat first, actually. Bye.
If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
Achievement, color it in. Alright, let's talk to this guy once more. Now that I actually have some coins to use.
The one before you is no... Ah.
Yeah. Process a dye. Make a piece of fabric. Obtain 100 realm currency. Folding screens. Very nice. Curio stand. Mondstadt building. Very nice. Oh, I have 10 of these. That's cool. I guess that's to help start it off. You can make a bunch of things instantly. Hold on, I want to check something. Okay. Yeah, I think I should probably leave for now. I'll deal with this stuff later. You left the Serenity Pot. Turn to your home world. Okay. Don't know exactly when my brother's gonna be here, but it's anywhere from now to 10. So, okay. Going to our usual ending point, which is in front of the Adventurers Guild. Okay. Gonna make sure I reload this so we can raid. But I have an achievement here. Create 50 dies. Okay. Actually, let's take a look at this. I have 4? I thought I had more than that. Well, now I have 7. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough for this. Oh well. Yeah, can't get this yet. Thought I was closer than I was. Alright, let's see about who we can raid. Ooh, bunch of options. What do we got going on here, if I can tell? That's different appearance. I think she got a new model. Oh, there is a big guest night going on in the Weary 101. So, let's send you to Takahata 101. He apparently has Mim. I kept pronouncing her name wrong, so I'm forgetting her now. Kimrai. Mistress Kimrai. And someone I don't recognize on there. So, let's send you off to the bar. Have a good time. Alright. Well, until next time, folks, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Probably won't see you guys until Tuesday at this point. Maybe Monday. Not sure about that yet. Probably Tuesday. Have a good night.